let's get to it, guys. Pacific Division. How do you want to start, Hoppy?
Yeah, so everyone understands we've got the consensus rankings here across the five of us and new father Dev, who may pop in for 5 minutes, 2 hours. We don't really know. He's kind of a wild card, but we'll start here with the Pacific Division, and this division is going to be presented by Waggle Golf. Our consensus rankings here. We have the Vegas Golden Knights coming in first, followed by the Edmonton Oilers, Los Angeles Kings, Seattle Kraken, Calgary Flames, Vancouver Canucks, Anaheim Ducks, San Jose Sharks. Before we go in and show what everyone picked for their rankings, any initial concerns or surprises for anybody?
Honestly, it seems pretty par for the course there. I don't know, nothing standing out for me personally.
This feels like the only one that's not going to get people angry.
I think so. I just looked down at my notes. I'm like, the Pacific seems like the easiest one to kind of predict and call here.
I think Anaheim might be a little better than 7, but otherwise, yeah, I have no qualms with the selections there.
I feel like the Flames at 5 might be
too
high. 2 spots too high.
Yeah. Yeah. Why don't we just switch Anaheim and Calgary? That's what probably should be done, huh?
The thing with Anaheim, it's like this could be a year where they take a next step, or it could be exactly like last year. Whereas Calgary, it could very well have been a mulligan because they do still have a good team. So that one's tough. I guess that one is tough, and that's kind of the only one that I guess you would think about switching around. By the way, shout out to RJ in the live chat here, telling everyone to don't forget to hit the like button. RJ, you're doing God's work. Thank you very much, sir.
All right.
I am curious to see what happens with Vegas, though. Like,
yeah,
is Adin Hill gonna do Adin Hill things like the playoff Adin Hill, or is he going to revert back to just kind of being like a good but not like number one in your division type goalie? Like, they didn't really bring anyone. They didn't really make any additions unless I'm just like completely spacing.
Well, except for Logan
Maxime Comtois
coming back.
I forgot that he's on a PTO, which to me is crazy because I really liked Maxime Comtois. Like, obviously last, I think, year or two hasn't gone his way, but I'm shocked that he honestly just didn't get a contract. 24 years old, can play center, can play wing, tons of skill, works super hard. Like, I don't know why Anaheim decided to pass on him, but I'll be curious to see if he kind of makes that team. I don't think they have any cap space, but negative $4 million actually. But I am curious just to see what happens with Vegas. I mean, they gave Barbashev the bag too, so he better continue just doing what he did last year. But I'm with like the lack of like huge additions, and like, I mean, I still believe in the goaltending to an extent, but I feel like there's still some question marks there. But on paper, they should be obviously really good again, and it seems they're pretty balanced throughout the lineup. But I still think there are some question marks that could like really hurt, especially early on. But we'll see.
All right. Well, here are the rankings across the 6 of us. While I give everyone a minute here to kind of peruse and decide who they want to attack, everyone go check out Waggle Golf. Especially, I don't know if anyone's tuning in from the Texas area, specifically Dallas, but new storefront opening up down there. Their first brick and mortar. But to those of you who are smart and don't live in Texas, we send you to getyourwaggleon.com. Use promo code SP10 for 10% off your full order. It's a one-time use, so make sure you load up your cart. We're going to start here with Isha because I'm sure he has just plenty of things to say. Anyone in particular that you have issues with here?
Not really, to be perfectly. I mean, Jessi, the Anaheim Ducks are a little too high.
I didn't realize I put them at 3. I was like I said, I was hungover this morning. I just kind of like crushed it out. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, Anaheim's a little bit of a reach there, but I mean, I put the Canucks under Anaheim, so who am I to talk?
Yeah, I'm looking at that. I'm like, I don't like Anaheim at 3. I don't know what was going. I mean, I like Anaheim. I'm usually a Ducks fan. I love John Gibson and I love Trevor Zegras, whatever happens there. But yeah, I retrospect, I'd bump that one.
Mateo loves it. He's saying Anaheim at 3 is elite.
It's just that's really, you know what? I'm going to, maybe they will be really good and I will look like a genius, right? Like that's the goal. Like I threw it out there. We'll see.
That's one of those picks where if it ends up that they do make some noise, you're like, I called it from the beginning. And if not, you're like, it wasn't going to happen anyway.
No, if not, I'll say Tito's called it, so it's fine. All good there.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Kings at 1 though.
I really like on paper what LA has going on for them this year. I think it's gonna be a really solid team. And I just like Vegas, I kind of obviously cup champs. There's always that quote unquote hangover the next year, but I think LA is gonna be the best out of the Pacific this year.
I just want to say I called Hoppy's perfectly. Like I'm just looking at yours, and that's exactly. I was like, if I put myself in Hoppy's shoes, that's exactly what what I would, the order that I would have put them in. No, I think LA is going to be good. Seattle, I mean, man, they surprised us last year. I don't think they're going to digress too much. For me, like, and this might be just like personal because it like hurts, but like I just until the Canucks show me something, I just can't put any faith in them. So they like even less than the Ducks.
That's
and
fair.
Maybe I'm just a salty Canucks fan, but like, yeah, they got to start making some noise, and the ownership and the general managers they gotta do better. They gotta do better.
I love how we all agree that San Jose is just absolute trash,
except for Dev.
But he still has them down at the bottom there. It's not
on top of your number 3 Ducks.
On top of my number 3 Ducks.
Oh God.
Urban asking, don't the Kings have Talbot as number 1?
That's my biggest worry. Like I put the Kings at 2, but I was not happy about it. Like they give me, even though they've got really good defensive forwards, their goaltending and blue line scares me to the point that they give me like Florida Panthers President's Cup vibes, where they're going to win every game like 7-6.
Mm-hmm.
They will either find a way to overcome it, or they're going to have to make a move at the deadline. Like
Right.
there's no either or, and I feel like it trends more towards them having to try to find a way to get Connor Hellebuck.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, that would be something.
That would address
in
it.
this economy. Like,
Yeah.
what aren't they going to have anymore? That'd be incredible, actually, if they were to send Pierre-Luc Dubois back.
Yeah.
For Connor Hellebuck.
We actually want to just send him back to you, please.
Mm-hmm.
Help us out. No, I have Hellebuck going to a different team that we'll talk about in a little bit.
Oh.
Oh boy. Yeah, and Vegas, I'm kind of with UZ. I don't know what's going to happen with their goaltending, but they're going to be a good team. Like, I would put them above the Kings come playoff time. Regular season, though, I think they'll slip a little bit, but still top 3. And I think Edmonton Oilers are representing the West for the Cup. As risky of a move as that is historically.
What could go wrong?
There's just there's a lot that can go wrong, but there's more that can go right. I don't know.
But it won't. It won't.
I know it won't, but fortunately I have no emotional tie to this, so
I mean, no more Mike Smith to let a goal in from center ice.
And then yell at someone for turning the puck over.
Point to a team like, what are you doing, dude?
What are you doing?
Just get out of here.
God damn it.
Just the most disrespectful shit in the world. That was legitimately unbelievable. When he threw his hands in the air, I was like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? You just let it in from the other blue line. Oh my God, dude.
He's just screaming at the rest of the team. Can somebody get a stick on that, please?
Unbelievable.
His resurgence story was crazy. Quickly, just a couple comments here. Costco, Vegas might sit stone for half the season again, sneak in at 3rd and win the Cup. Mateo saying Goose with the elite defense team. It's scary. And RJ just reminding everyone to like the video again. So thanks, buddy.
RJ doing Isha's job.
Doing the Lord's work.
That's great. This is definitely like the closest division as far as like, I don't think we have a single team that has more than a 3-spot gap besides Dev and Jessi strongly contending the Anaheim Ducks.
I'm curious about Seth Seattle now that I'm looking at that too. Like they I don't know, 3.
They're gonna have some
believe in-
good young
I'm not gonna
players coming
chirp
in.
him on that. I mean, they're not bad, but 3.
I believe in them slightly more than the Kings.
That makes sense with your rankings.
Yeah, right.
I
just
don't
feel
know.
like
I don't think that they can get the goaltending they had last year. Like
Mm-mm.
that.
probably not. But I just feel like those are the best 4, and I don't know. Matty Beniers was the edge for me, but he is just one man.
All right. He is just one man. I don't know. I don't see anything else besides I think Vancouver will be better than everyone else does, clearly, but I'm not going to sit here and die on that hill by any means.
That's fair.
Yeah, like I said, I won't believe it until I see it.
Yeah, but you come from a place of hurt. Like that's an emotional selection for you. That is not a brain selection.
No,
for you.
and I said that. And I said that. So like
Isha,
maybe
you being that worried about the horrible leadership that's going to be brought forward by Quinn Hughes.
it's hardly leadership that I'm worried about. Leadership off the ice is what I'm worried about.
Oh, fiery message for Rick Tocchet.
What's that even mean?
I wasn't even talking about Rick. I was talking about.
No, their whole front office is just.
Yeah, it's an absolute mess. It's an absolute mess. So, like I said, a little bit of emotion there.
Hello.
I think my internet's just doing jumping jacks right now. Am I still here?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Anything else people want to touch on for the Pacific? Or are we
On
just
the Ducks, if they third in the division, if they do that, it's because Greg Cronin mentioned Tom Brady 11 times in his introductory press conference in his Boston accent. I was reading a book about Tom Brady, and he said, oh, I love this guy. He's a lunatic.
It'll be the day before the regular season starts, and they'll announce him as an assistant coach.
He's the best. TB12 method in Anaheim.
Oh man. Oh, Urban saying Hughes being captain is laughable. I don't think so. But anyways, explain yourself, Urban. Explain yourself.
Give it to JT Miller. Do it.
Well, it was Pettersson, JT Miller, and Hughes are they're the captain core. Hughes will be, the silent one, kind of like Spurgeon, kind of like the Sedins were. Pettersson and JT will be the fiery ones.